Good morning students. So in this video we are going to learn about the remaining part of chapter 11. So the last video we have learned about the generation of computer networks. So 5 generation. So what are the components used in this and in which year the generation happens, and we have seen about that, and we have seen about the RFID. So radio frequency identification we have seen, what are the components of it, what are the types of it we have seen, and then we have also seen the OSI layer. OSI model. So there are many reference model. In that we have seen the OSI model. So in that it has we have seen the 7 layers of it. So what are the physical layer, data link layer, and then we have seen network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and the last one is the application layer. So up to this we have seen in the last video. So that is the OSI model. So now we are going to see the TCP IP, that is Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. Okay. So this is a set of protocols. So you know what is a protocol. Protocol means rules some frame of rules for framing a network. Like that we can say. So protocol itself means rules we can say. So it's a set of protocols which governs communications among all computers on the internet. Okay. So TCP IP protocol tells how information should be packaged, sent and received, as well as how to get to its destination. Okay. So network means sharing of data only. So we are sharing one part of data to other end. So how it is sent, how it is received. From one end we are sending and from other end we are receiving, as well as how to get its destination also we are tell how this protocol tells about it. So how it works, TCP working. TCP IP is a combination of 2 protocols, that is transmission control and another one internet protocol. The internet protocol which typically specifies the logistic of the packets that are sent out over network. So enna information nama anupramo we are sending, other base panni da irukkiradhu, adonda logistic base panni, packets base panni da irukkiradha internet protocol. It specifies packets which have to go, where to go and how to go. Okay. So yaarta poganum, eppadi poganum and enadhu enga poganum. So adhe madri the transmission control protocol is accountable. Adhe neram transmission control protocol vandu enadhu, it is accountable for guaranteeing the trustworthy transmission of data. So kandipa data send ஆகும், it is trustworthy. அதுக்காக தான் நம்ம the transmission control protocol யூஸ் பண்றோம். It checks if any packet is not transmitted and submits it again. So internet protocol தான் maximum. இதுதான் எங்க அனுப்பணும், யாருக்கு அனுப்பணும், எப்ப அனுப்பணும் டிசைட் பண்றது internet protocol. But this TCP IP என்ன பண்ணும், எல்லாம் send ஆயிருக்கா, if there is any not transmitted it will send it again. So these are all the how is this TCP working. So it consists of 2 protocols. So next, frequent TCP IP protocol. So இந்த ரெண்டையும் பேஸ் பண்ணி இருக்கிற சில protocols, that is HTTP. So it is used between a web client and a web server and it guarantees non-secure data transmission. So HTTP la non-secure data transmit ஆகும். So அதனால தான் இப்ப நம்ம nowadays we are using HTTPS with S denotes for security, isn't it? No. So HTTP தான் most probably we are using still now. But nowadays we are using HTTPS, which S is referred for security. So HTTP la non-secure data transmission da happens. Okay. And next comes HTTPS. So it is used between a web client and a web server, ensures secure. So this one is secure data transmission. And the third one is FTP. So it is used between computers for sending and receiving file. That is file transfer protocol, we used to say this. These 3 are the main protocols which are frequently using under TCP IP protocols. Okay. So next we are going to see the domain names and TCP IP address. So TCP IP na enna therinju pochu. So adala domain name na enna, TCP IP address means what? The address for any website is not as easy as to remember. Okay. So namlala we can't even remember some of the phone numbers. இல்லையா? So நம்மளுடைய ரொம்ப நெருக்கமான ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் அவங்கள மாதிரி phone numbers தான் we are having. So we are remind about the phone numbers of our parent only. So but none other than we are not going to remember any other phone numbers. We are all saving the phone number in the mobile with the name. So once you want to search, you will go and search the name and you will get the number. So you are not going to remember the phone number. Similarly, the address of any website is not easy as to remember, but because it contains numbers. So domain name are used instead. So adukku badala dhaan nam enna pandrom domain names. So for example, 216.58.216.164 is one of the IP address for Google and google.com. So இந்த நம்பரை நம்மளால ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்க முடியுமா? முடியாது. So for that only we are having the domain names. So next we are going to see about the different layers of TCP IP. There are 4 total layers in TCP IP protocol, each of which is listed below: network access layer, internet layer, transport layer and application layer. Okay. So what is the network access layer? It is concerned with building packets. So data from one place to, if you want to send the data from one part of the portion to another part of the portion, first it has to be packed as a packet, then it must have a header, then only it will be, then in the header we have to feed the destination address. So like that there are many procedures. So network access layer concerned with building packets, internet layer describes how packets are to be delivered, and transport layer ensure the proper transmission of data, and finally the application layer, application network process. This process include file transfer protocol, hypertext transfer protocol and simple mail transfer protocol. Edu veliyananum the application layer can support it. So these 4 are the 4 layers of the TCP IP. So one by one we will see. So other network protocols, there is a topic, another one. So network protocols other than OSI. So we have seen the OSI model and TCP IP. In OSI model we have 7 layers, and in TCP IP we are having 4 layers. Are simply known as other network protocols, which implements security over the network communication that include HTTPS, SSL and SFTP. Other networks similarly classified in network layer. The network layer other the otti irukadhu enna pathina IP, ARP, ICMP, IGMP. And the same thing at transport layer vandu TCP, UDP, and at application layer you are having HTTP, FTP, Telenet, SMTP and DNS. So in a diagram they have given you. So for which address which of them are used. Okay. So next, HTTPS positions for hypertext transfer protocol secure. So it's a protocol where encoded data transfers on a secure connection. So you know what's encoding and decoding. So you know how the encrypted. So in WhatsApp itself nowadays we are getting end-to-end encryption. So the data has been transferred from one end to the another end. So no one will see your data. Okay, that is the secured one. So this HTTPS make data more safe and provide data security over the network mainly on public networks like Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi la maximum nam on panni send pannite irukom. So they are saying if HTTPS is there, then it's a secured one. Okay. So next we will see. So in OSI model we are having application layer, presentation layer, session, transport, network, data link and physical, and this is the 4 layers of TCP IP. Okay. So first one, network interface layer. So see this only they are saying. In network interface layer they are having Ethernet, token ring, other link layer protocols. In network layer we are having IP, ARP, ICMP and IGMP. In transport layer we are having TCP and UDP, and in application layer we have all this HTTP, FTP. This is only this given here. This has been described here in theory part, that this the same concept is given therein as a picture. Okay. So now let us see the first network interface layer. So it is the bottommost level layer. So it is comparable to that of open system, interconnection, physical and data link layer. So different TCP IP protocols are being used at this layer: Ethernet and token ring for local area networks, and protocol at this X.2i frame relay and ATM for wide area. So these X.25 frame relay we are using for wide area, and for local area we are using Ethernet and token ring. So it is assumed to be an unreliable layer. Okay. So next we are moving to the second one, that is network layer. So it is the layer where data is addressed. So we are giving an address, we are giving packaged and routed among networks. Okay. So from this only we are starting to sending it. So the important internet protocols that operate at the network layer are IP, ARP, ICMP and IGMP. Okay. And next, so what is IP? That is Internet Protocol. And what is ARP? Address Resolution Protocol. And what is ICMP? Internet Control Message Protocol. And next comes the IGMP, Internet Group Management Protocol. So let us see one by one. So first, Internet Protocol. So you know about that. Routable protocol which uses IP addresses to deliver packets. So it is an unreliable one, does not guarantee delivery of information. So Address Resolution Protocol, that is ARP, resolves IP addresses to MAC. Okay, that is Medium Access Control. So what is it MAC? It is a hardware identification number that uniquely identifies each device on a network. So if you have 5 devices on system la connect பண்ணிருக்கீங்கன்னா ஒவ்வொரு டிவைஸ்க்கும் ஒரு ஹார்ட்வேர் ஐடென்டிஃபிகேஷன் நம்பர் இருக்கும். அதுதான் நம்ம MAC அட்ரஸ் சொல்லுவோம், மீடியம் ஆக்சஸ் கண்ட்ரோல். ஸோ அதில் ஐபி அட்ரஸை ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இந்த மேக்குக்கு இது பண்ணும். ஓகேவா? ஸோ டு மேப் ஐபி நெட்வொர்க் அட்ரஸ் டு த hardware address. Third one, Internet Control Message Protocol. It is used by network devices to send error messages and operational information. So நீங்க send பண்ணும்போது ஏதாவது error வந்துச்சுன்னா you'll be having on error messages, and sometimes you'll be having an code, error code for that. So that messages are controlled by this. A host or router might not be reached or request service is not presented. So this is the Control Message Protocol. Okay. And next comes the Internet Group Management Protocol. So it is communication protocol used by hosts and routers to send multicast, that is group communication messages to multiple IP address at once. Okay, so ஒரு group-ஆ நீங்க send host-க்கு routers-க்கு send பண்ணும்போது group communication இருக்கும்போது we use this one. Okay, so these 4 comes under which one? Network layer. So Internet Protocol, and next comes the Address Resolution Protocol, and then Internet and having Control Message Protocol, and then Internet Group Management Protocol. So next we are going to see the Transport layer. So in Transport layer we are having 2 things, TCP and UDP. Okay. So in Transport layer, the session are recognized and data packets are swapped between hosts in this layer. Okay. The 2 main protocol established are Transmission Control Protocol and User Datagram. So you know well about transmission control. So this one provides reliable connection oriented transmission. That is, ஏற்கனவே சொல்லிருக்கோம் IP வந்து it is not guaranteeing, but TCP தான் என்ன பண்ணும், it will check whether everything has been transmitted or it will resend. So it ensures delivery of packets between the hosts. So next, User Datagram Protocol. So provides connectionless, unreliable, one-to-one or one-to-many delivery. So there எது இருந்தாலும் it can be overcome by this. And finally we are getting into the application layer. So in this we are also having many protocols, that is HTTP, FTP, Telnet, SMTP, DNS. So in this we will see about the other 2. So the application layer of the TCP IP model is similar to the session, presentation and application. So அதுக்கு கீழ உள்ள 3 layer மாதிரி தான் of the OSI reference model. The most popular application layer protocols are HTTP and the core protocol of the World Wide Web. So நமக்கு எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும், if you go and search anything in your website, it will start with this HTTP, isn't no? So because it one is the core protocol of the World Wide Web. So file transfer protocol enables a client to send and receive complete files from a server. So this file. So it must be a complete file. So for that only the name itself they are having file transfer. And next comes the telnet. Connect to another computer on the internet. Just for connecting to another computer. And simple mail transfer for providing email services as per its name. And domain name system refer to the other host computer by using names rather than numbers. Clear, students? Okay, so with this chapter gets over. Okay, so in this chapter we have seen about internet protocols and computer networks only. With this about this, so we have seen OSI model and TCP IP. In TCP IP you are having 4 layers. So in each layer you are having what type of protocols are used we have seen today. Okay, so TCP IP means Transfer Control Protocol and IP means Internet Protocol. So I think you are clear with this, students. So I think you have understood this concept today. So have a go through of it with your book. Thank you, students. Thank you.